Jeon Somi's journey as a solo artist under the Black label has been anything but smooth, and over the years, she has been very candid about her struggles under the label to the point where fans are outraged on her behalf. After I.O.I's disbandment, Somi found herself in limbo, with 2 years passing before she could re-debut as a soloist. Her decision to leave JYP Entertainment and join the Black label in 2018 was initially met with excitement, especially after the label's producer Teddy personally reached out to her. In a 2021 interview, Somi even admitted that she had no regrets regarding leaving JYP and stated that she had no issues with the Black label, something which gave fans hope of a very bright future for her career. However, as the years went by, it became increasingly clear that her idol career was actually being mismanaged, as the frequency of her projects left much to be desired. While her talent and potential are undeniable, many fans believe that the Black label's handling of her career has been nothing like what they've promised, causing immense frustration both with Somi and her fans. To follow along with more troubling stories in the K-pop industry, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Fans first became seriously concerned with her label back in 2022 when Somi went on a live broadcast and responded to a fan's comment about looking forward to her next comeback. Her reaction was heartbreaking, as she voiced that she hopes she actually has a comeback. Her small comment immediately got to fans who had been waiting almost a year since her last release of XOXO in 2021, and many took to the internet to voice their frustrations. Netizens started calling out the Black label for wasting her potential by spacing out her comebacks to an unreasonable extent. One fan commented, "Somi says she wants a comeback, but seems the Black label is ignoring her request. They don't respect her or her fans." Others pointed out that she still doesn't have a lightstick, something that most soloists and groups receive early in their careers, which again goes to show that her management isn't necessarily doing what's best for her career and her needs as a musical artist. Even now, years later, fans continue to bring up this issue, as it has become a symbol of the Black label's lack of proper planning for her. In fact, some have even pointed out the fact that Somi doesn't even officially have a name for her fandom yet, something that is an integral part of any K-pop artist's career. Even with the challenges she's faced, Somi is making an effort to show her fans that it's not all bad. She emphasizes that despite the setbacks, she's had plenty of good moments at the company, especially thanks to her fellow artists. During an appearance on Urban Zakapa's Jeon Somi's YouTube show, Somi opened up about how she is the only female artist at the Black label and how the other artists treat her with care. She revealed that Zion T, one of the company's most prominent artists, is especially kind to her, and she even jokingly calls him Unnie due to their close friendship. She also mentioned that her label mates always try to pay very close attention to details, even noticing small changes like her hair transformations. However, while this was meant to show fans that while management has been difficult, she has a supportive network within the company, many couldn't help but feel like this was the bare minimum of the situation. The stark contrast between the kindness of her fellow artists and the inefficiency of the Black label's management has only become more apparent when Somi revealed shocking details about the company's songwriting process. In 2023, while promoting her song Ice Cream on the famous actress Yeri's YouTube channel, Yeri pointed out that Somi only seemed to release songs in the summer. Somi responded by explaining that it was purely coincidental because it takes the Black label an entire year to produce a single song for her. This revelation immediately sparked outrage among fans, as the Black label is known for housing some of the industry's most talented producers. Given their resources and experience, many found it unacceptable that they were taking such an excessive amount of time to create music for Somi. Fans were quick to point out that this was likely a major reason behind her rare comebacks, and some even started fearing for some of the label's other new debuts, like their newly announced girl group I.O.I. The lack of frequent releases has only fueled the growing sentiment that Somi deserves better treatment. While other soloists under different companies are given the opportunity to explore various musical styles and develop their artistry through regular comebacks, Somi has been forced into long periods of inactivity. The fact that she herself admitted that she eagerly awaits comebacks just as much as her fans do has only made things seem worse, as it's clear there's a disconnect between her and the company's decision-making process. Fans also noted that this delay in producing music has made it difficult for Somi to build a consistent musical identity. With each comeback being so spaced out, her sound and image don't have the chance to develop naturally, leading to inconsistencies that may be affecting her overall career growth. For many, the long gaps between releases mean that she loses momentum, as each comeback essentially feels like a restart rather than an actual comeback for her ongoing career. As Somi's career under the Black label continues to raise concerns among fans, many have taken to online forums to express their frustration and fears for her future. While Somi has proven time and time again that she has the talent, charisma, and star power to truly become something great in the industry, her current career trajectory tells a different story. Among the most vocal concerns from fans is the fact that Somi has been the only only actual idol under the label for a long time, and despite it, it seemed like the label was never making any actual effort to further her career. This issue has been heavily discussed in online communities, with some fans even accusing the label of outright sabotaging her career. Reddit users especially haven't been able to hold back their criticisms. One user wrote, "There is legitimately no reason why you should give the only idol in your company one single a year. It's just really disappointing to see such a promising artist 3 years into her career only to have 3 songs, soon to be 4, to her name." Another fan had similar complaints, however, also pointed out Somi's own lack of transparency regarding her situation. They wrote, "Somi, tell us if you're okay with the company or not. It really is irritating to keep waiting. When Somi joined, she said Teddy had some plans for her, so that's why she signed with them. Well, what are they?" These complaints aren't just about the timing of her releases, but also the quality of the songs themselves. When Somi finally returned with Ice Cream, fans were left disappointed, questioning why a song that took an entire year to produce felt so underwhelming. The reception was far from positive, with many actually criticizing the track's overall execution. One fan even spoke on how the song felt like a massive step down from her previous work, as they pointed out how it's hard to ignore the song when she has such a small discography in the first place. In fact, the song following something like Game Plan, which was incredibly well received, feels like a kick in the face from the company. The fan also wrote, "I feel like Somi really landed on a sound that suits her so perfectly and had some incredible songs. And then Ice Cream releasing to me felt like a fever dream." Other critics spoke on how the song lacked originality and seemed to be a recycled project from a past era, as it sounded much more childish than her previous work. Even the dance was criticized, as the time it took to create the song didn't seem to add up to the quality of the choreography. Seeing the way things are handled, from music quality to the dances, many fans believe that the Black label is simply not equipped to handle a solo female idol, as their focus has always been on hip-hop and producing for groups rather than nurturing individual artists. A particularly pointed comment from a fan summed up the general frustration, as they pointed out that while idols are free to change their concepts and try different things, Somi's direction with Ice Cream after Game Plan didn't make a lot of sense, as it actually ended up feeling like a downgrade and quite inauthentic. The fan even commented, "I can't help but to continue to feel like the Black label is dragging her in the dirt, letting her down extremely." However, fans have made it clear that their main priority is backing Somi, believing that if the Ice Cream style is what she genuinely enjoys and wants to pursue, they'll stand by her no matter what. Except it doesn't seem like that's the case either, as Game Plan felt much more authentic to fans, which is why both fans and Somi seem so disappointed. With so many fans expressing their worries about Somi's career, a common sentiment continues to emerge. As long as she remains under the Black label, she may never reach her full potential. Whether it's the long gaps between comebacks, the seemingly rushed song choices, or the general lack of direction in her career, fans are left wondering if things will ever change, or if Somi will be stuck in a cycle of mismanagement for years to come. Unfortunately, it looks like as long as the Black label continues to operate at such a slow pace, her full potential remains unrealized, leaving fans frustrated and disappointed. The biggest question that remains is whether Somi will continue to endure these struggles, or if a change in direction is necessary for her to truly thrive in the industry.